Hey everybody, Lisa G here with you today, Junk Journaling with Art Ephemery. I was asked to do a video showing how to sew in a signature with just a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And there are several different versions of ways that you can sew a signature into your journal, but this is the simplest and most direct way to do it. And we'll get started here in just a second. I'm going to show you the tools we're going to use. And if this is the kind of stuff that you like to watch, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the like button down there below and give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And for today's project, it's going to be really simple. Doesn't take a lot of tools, doesn't take a lot of stuff. But there are a couple of things that you will need. If you have an awl, you can use an awl. I have a paper piercer, which is from Making Memories, and I think they rebranded, and I'm not sure if they're still Making Memories or if they've changed their name. But I bought this years ago and I've had it for ages. I took an old map that I had and just made a copy of it, and I did it front and back on cardstock so that I would have a somewhat sturdy cover to work with, and some coffee dyed paper. And this is some stuff that I made a while back when I first started doing some junk journaling. I made a whole bunch of coffee dyed paper. I'm still working my way through it, so I got kind of carried away making it. But the great thing about these journals is when you make your signature, and as you can see, I just took it and folded it directly in half. Okay. And here's some others that I already had folded. So for each folded piece of paper, you're going to get 4 pages. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so when you put them all together, it makes your little booklet, right? And we can add, if we want to, some little short pages as well. And I just, I enjoy mixing and matching when it comes to my pages. And, they're not always going to be exactly perfect, but we just do what we can. All right, so I am going to stack a couple of them right inside my center, like so. And I want to get it to where my outside pieces get tied through, and then it gets tied through both of them on the center. And let's see, we'll add one more. We'll go back a couple of pages though. And we'll add one right to the center. Okay. And so this is what we've got. And then once we get done, it will all go in here. So what I did was I printed this off, and then I took my ink and I just inked around all the edges instead of cutting it off, because, we're going to do some decorating and stuff to it. So I didn't see any point in really, changing it too much right now. I wanted my pages to fit, and that was my main goal starting out. All right. So we want to kind of find where center is, and obviously something like this is the best thing to have, because you can find the center really easy. Almost right there is center. All right, and so we want to take something and mark there. And let's mark here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is it there? I think it's there. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we've marked the center, and we've made our spaces for where we want our threads. Okay. Now, when I was making my when I was folding my pages over, I was using this to just kind of crease them really nicely. And you can go back and make sure all your pages are creased really nicely. And the nicer the crease is, the flatter your booklet is going to be. Okay, so we'll just go back and make sure that we crease all of these really well. Okay. And I had already creased this, but we'll crease it again just to be double duty on it. And then we're going to open up and put everything back. Alright, so we've already marked our center. Now what we want to do is we want to take our paper piercer, okay, and we want to always work away from you. Don't work towards yourself. And we want to lay our paper piercer down right on that dot. Fold everything together. And then push it through. So we're going to use our thumb and just push it all the way through. See? And it came through the back side. And we're going to do that with the other. We're going to lay it down right here. We're going to fold this over. And using our thumb, we're going to just plunge it right through all the pages. And as long as you don't have too terribly many pages, it'll be fine, and you won't have any issues pushing it through. It won't take a lot of pressure. There we go. Now, I tend to try to hold this one in here until I get my sewing started, and that just keeps all my pages lined up. So once I push through the first one, we're going to leave us a tail, and then we'll go back and we'll take this out after the second one. So this is our very center sheet, and we should just be able to pull right through here and then come out the back side there. See that? Now, we want to leave ourselves a little tail here because we want to be able to tie it when we get done. Okay, so we're on the outside. Now we're going to come down to this one, and again, as long as we've kept everything lined up, we should be able to push it right back through. And it sometimes will, will take a little effort to get good at this. So, practice does make perfect when it comes to things like this. And here we can take this out. We're going to go straight through here. Okay. And that's going to tie everything in here down. And then we want to come back up through this center. Okay, so we're going to, and we don't want to mess up our other string if we can help it. You don't want to go through your string because then it makes it hard if you need to adjust anything. And we don't need to adjust anything because we got everything really good and tight. And we want to make sure that one string ends up on one side and one string ends up on the other side. See that? Okay. And then we're going to tie this into a knot. You're going to tie it twice. So it's actually a double knot. And then you're just going to tie you a little bow right in the center. Just like that. And then we're going to cut that off. Okay. Now if you want, you can put a little piece of glue in here to hold your knot and, you know, make it completely where it's not going to come loose. But this is your signature. Okay. And here is your stitching. And then you can go back and you can decorate. So we have, here's your inside cover. And I cut this out because we're going to make a pocket to put in this cover here in just a second. But here are your pages. And you can add, you know, music pages. You can add doilies. You can add, you know, half sheets, full sheets, whatever you want to do. You know, it's always a dealer's choice when you want to decorate your book, you know, what kind of pages you want. This is just a standard, you know, notebook that you can, you know, write in and do journaling, keep a diary in, you know, whatever you want to do. And then we've got space to put a pocket back here as well, which we're going to do. So these are the same size because they're printed on the same kind of paper. So I'm going to go through and I am going to ink the edges so that it matches my cover. Because I don't know which side I'm going to use yet, so I'm just going to go ahead around the whole thing. Okay. And, you know, these are quick, easy projects. Once you get used to making them, you know, you can knock out 4 or 5 in a row, and, you know, it takes less than a half an hour. You just, you know, do them kind of assembly line style where you get all your covers ready, and then you get all your signatures ready, and then you do all your sewing, and, you know, and then you come back and do, you know, whatever. So I find that's the easiest way to do it. Alright, so I think for this first one, I am just going to make a simple pocket for the side over here. And we're going to cut it about right there. And circle punch, and we shall put a pull in this baby. Okay. Okay, and we shall put that one right there. Okay. I'll just go ahead and lay that right down on there. Whoops. Okay. I'll just pinch it just a little bit to kind of lift it up some. Okay, do that one. And on this front one, we shall go up and over. So let's go up about here. It might not be deep enough. Let's go here. And let's see. And we'll call it here. Okay. All right. Alright, and we want to make a little dip in our pocket, so I'm just going to lay it right about there. And I'm lining up, I don't know if you can see this, I'm on in frame. I'm going to line up this top part here is the important piece, and I don't want to go past about right there. Okay. Let's save the rest of these for something else. I should have maybe made it a little deeper. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We will go ahead and run this. Oh, forgot to. I had my ink. Okay. What's funny is one side of this is New Jersey, I think, and this one's New Mexico. So kind of an interesting thing to add those two together, huh? All right. And let's just go ahead. I think I won't go all the way across. I think I'll just go to about there. Oops. Go across. All right. So there we have it. Now we can add something to tie it closed if we want to, or, you know, just tuck it into a pocket, whatever you decide you want to do. But this is our little booklet. We've got a little pocket here. Let me grab a card here. Got a pocket here. You've got a pocket back here, a bigger pocket. And you've got all your pages that you can write on and journal, add things to. You've got a big pocket back here. You can, you know, add little things like pockets to these. These are little stack pockets that you can make. You can add a stack of tags to the inside of your little pockets if you want to. You know, there are all kinds of little things that you can do. It's just up to your imagination and, you know, what you decide that you want to do with it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you'll come back and see us again. And again, if you like this kind of stuff, give us a thumbs up, and be sure to hit that subscribe bell or subscribe thing, and it'll notify you the next time we upload some videos. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me today. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Love y'all. Bye.